Oh nah,
that we
what
both
the
saw
fuck?
at
Why
that
run it
window.
like that? Yo, what is good, y'all? It's Ron from the Red Man, and today, y'all, we're just gonna be looking at Wansee Entertainment, man. I just feel like in a scary mood today, so let's just jump right into it, y'all. Alright, y'all. So this first one is called True Park Horror Story. I got nothing relatable to say about this, y'all, or just anything in general, just to say anything about this. You know, um, Parks are usually fun, but in this case, it's not about to be fun. So let's see what happens.
There was a park in my neighborhood that I used to go to pretty often. I've never really liked
Alright.
crowded places, and this part was usually almost empty, which made it perfect for walking alone and clearing my head. About 3 years ago, I went there for a walk late one night, probably around 11 or midnight. As I approached the entrance, I noticed
Oh hell no, man.
Oh, hell no! That's
Oh hell no, man. These guys look like they're about to be eating more than ass, bro. What is this, bro?
two men standing there, staring at me. Something about the situation immediately felt off. That park was usually pretty empty, especially at night. If anyone was there, it was usually couples or people walking their dogs. So seeing two grown men just standing around doing nothing felt strange.
Yeah,
Anyway,
they're about to
I
be on
started
killer
walking.
time, bro.
The trail led past a small hill that connected to what was basically a wooded area, almost like a small mountain. At night, nobody really walked up there, and most of the lights were turned off, so it got pretty dark and honestly, kind of scary. Normally, I'd just walk around the outer paths and head back, but that night, I felt like walking a little farther in. As I was walking, I suddenly heard rustling coming from the woods. It startled me.
What type of wrestling, though?
There are usually
I want to know what type of wrestling, y'all. Get your mind out of the gutter, y'all.
It startled me, and I looked over. There are usually small animals around there, so at first I assumed it was just that, but then I noticed something white in the darkness.
Oh hell no, y'all. Hell nah. Y'all really about to, bro? Come on, bro. Look, that just screams. Just like come over here and get stabbed or killed. Like, nah, bro, I'm good. Nah, I would run if nah, bro, I would run the hell if I was this guy, bro. And I don't want to hear anything in the comments, bro, about about any of that, bro.
I turned on my phone flashlight and pointed it toward the sound, and that's when I saw them. Several men were staring directly at me. Their heads were almost level with the ground,
Oh,
like they were
nah.
lying flat or crouched down. I instantly got chills. I pretended like I hadn't seen anything and just kept walking past them. But as I continued walking, something started bothering me. For a split second, I thought I'd seen someone's bare foot between
Bro, they got they Bro, no way, bro. There are some freaky shit, bro. Nah, that's just crazy though.
their faces. It happened so fast that I convinced myself I must have imagined it. I felt a strong urge to turn around, but I didn't, because I had this overwhelming feeling that if I looked back at them, something bad would happen. The only sound I could hear was my own footsteps. It was completely silent. No insects, no
Why
wind.
would you, bro? Why would you walk after that, bro? Why would you just like walk normally like that's like a random Monday or something, bro? I would run. I would run if I were you, bro, because that's not normal like behavior. You feel me?
Even without turning around, I somehow knew they were still there, watching me in that same prone position. I left the area as quickly as I could and took the long way back home. I debated calling the police, but the situation
Why would
felt
you debate
vague.
calling the police?
What if they were just messing around in the woods? I didn't want to overreact.
Messing
So I
around in the
went
woods?
home.
Yeah, y'all, messing around in the woods. Messing around in the woods, bro. Damn, bro. This dude literally has the IQ of a squirrel. Or a housefly, bro. Or something, I mean.
And eventually fell asleep. That night, I had a dream. In the dream, I was walking through the same park again, and from inside the woods, a man was running toward me, except he only had an upper body, no lower half. He was
Oh hell no, that's demon time-ish, bro. And also, why does he look just like him too? I just noticed that. Why does this dude look exactly like him, bro? Like, bro, if you don't freaking back elbow that motherfucker in the face, bro.
Stupid, I'm not gonna let you get the chance.
was crying while staring directly at me. I woke up, gasping for air, my heart pounding
I
like
would too,
crazy.
I'm not gonna lie.
I could clearly remember his face, but I had no idea who he was. The next day, I finally reported what I'd seen to the police. They said they would check the area, but I never heard back from them. When I went back to the park sometime later, there was no sign that anything had ever happened.
Wait, so this dude, he went to call, so as soon as he didn't see people in the woods, so he didn't decide to call the cops. But after he had that freaky ass dream, he decided to call the cops. And man, this dude is something, bro.
There was no disturbance. I was too afraid to go deep into the woods. And honestly, after that night, I stopped going to that park altogether. It's still a mystery to me what happened there that day.
Oh hell no, bro. Hey man, that was true parkour story. Damn, bro. It's just, bro. It still baffles me. Why would you call the police for a dream, but you wouldn't call them for like some dudes doing some freaky shit in the woods? I don't know, bro. Alright, y'all. This next one is a true hide-and-seek horror story animated. Again, by Wansee Entertainment. I'm going to leave the link in the description down below if you guys want to check out their channel. They do really good animations, y'all. And let me just shut the hell up and let's react to this, man. Damn.
I have 3 sisters, Crystal, Kiara, and Melissa. I'm the youngest and only boy. Growing up, we lived in a haunted house. In fact, the neighborhood was haunted. All the neighbors had experiences. Apparently, it was all built over a military grave site, but I'm not sure how true that is. This was years ago. I was about 5, I think, and my sisters were around their early teens. Our cousin, Vincent, who we call Vincey.
Bro. What the fuck? What type of nickname is that, bro? Bro, Vincey, bro? Bro, I can name a lot of names that could, like, go with Vincent, bro. Literally, bro. You could call him Vinny or something, bro. But nah, you call him Vincey, bro? Hey, man. I'm not this dude. But hey, bro. And he's not me. But fuck it, bro. It's your life.
Was staying over. He's the same age as my sisters.
Fuck is he doing?
We used
I feel like I gotta censor that, bro. I feel like I gotta censor all that.
to play hide and seek with all the lights in the house turned off, apart from any room our parents were in. So this night was going great. The only source of light was a flashlight that the seeker had. Crystal was usually found quickly because she had, and still has, really long curly red hair, and it almost glowed bright orange in the light. Kiara has long straight blonde hair, so she was found quickly too. But Melissa and I have black hair, so we could blend in better. However, this night, Kiara was the seeker. She found us fairly quickly and only had Vincey to find.
Bro, y'all weren't even hiding, bro. Y'all were just behind a wall. But y'all suck at hide and seek, bro. Damn it. Bro. Literally hiding behind a wall, bro. What? That's just crazy to me, bro.
So she went to our parents' room and shined the light inside. Our parents had 2 white wardrobes that were attached on either side of a white dressing table, with a mirror on top of it. Kiara could see one of the wardrobe doors was slightly opened, and inside of it, in the darkness, she could see eyes staring out.
Oh, hell no, bro. Fucking bloody eye shit, bro. What the hell? Bro, y'all gotta get that. Bro, I can't even speak, bro. What the hell? Hell nah, bro. Y'all gotta evacuate, bro. Close down the schools, close everything, bro. Close the airports, bro. It's like a national lockdown, bro. Cause what the fuck?
At her. She laughed and shouted, "Found you, Vincey!" But the eyes didn't move. They just stared at her.
Oh nah.
"I see you, Vincey," she laughed again. Suddenly, on the opposite side of the room, the curtains of the window flew open, and Vincey jumped from the window ledge laughing. Kiara looked at him in confusion. But I thought... Suddenly, the confusion turned to fear when she looked back at the wardrobe. The eyes...
And it's still there, bro. Oh no, bro. Nah, that is crazy, though.
were still there, wide and staring at Vincey, but then slowly looked back in her direction. Kiara screamed and quickly turned on the room light, and they could both now see that the wardrobe was empty. Nobody hiding, no pets, no boxes, nothing. Seek in the dark soon became a memory after that.
No, bro. Hey, yo, I'm not gonna lie, that was actually pretty good. Like, damn, like, the way that, like, he said, that, like, it soon became a nightmare after that, like, I feel like that was creepy as hell. Because, like, whenever, like, they play a game with their ugly-ass cousins, like, bro, they could, like, just imagine just, like, that shit just, like, happening, bro. This is crazy, bro. I apologize, y'all. I don't know what I'm yapping about. Alright, y'all. This one is just a true story horror animated. So we're gonna check this one out, y'all.
Hello, Wansee. My name is Avi. The story I'm about to tell you happened in the winter of 2017.
My name ain't Wansee, bro.
At the time, I was 12 years old and suffering from chickenpox. I'd been on strong medication.
Hey, y'all. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I never had chickenpox before. But, like, does it really, like, suck as it sounds? I don't know, y'all. But then comment below if y'all, like, I had, like, some chickenpox or something, man. Because I never had them. And shit, it sounds... I mean, shit, that sounds annoying, though. Because it sounds like hella mosquito just, like, biting you. Is what I imagine, anyway.
And it left me weak and constantly exhausted. One night, I was supposed to take my medicine at midnight.
Can you look any more
but by a little
inside?
after 9 p.m., I was already struggling to stay awake. My mom laid me down in bed and told me she would wake me up when it was time to take my medicine. That night, we were staying at my grandmother's house. My siblings and I slept on makeshift beds on the floor, facing a window. The window was partially broken, and the missing section had been covered with a wooden board. It was an old house. The door was positioned just above my head. That night, all of my siblings were in another room watching a movie, so I was alone in the bedroom. I didn't have a phone back then, so I was just lying there, slowly scanning the room with my eyes. I had no idea what I was about to see. When my gaze stopped on the half-broken window, I noticed something sticking out. It was something I had never noticed before while lying in bed. At first, I thought it was just part of the wooden board. Bro. But when I looked closer,
holy water, bro.
I realized it was a face. A young girl's face. Her skin was pale and her eyes were completely white. There were multiple wounds.
Bro, I actually got chills, bro. What the fuck, bro? That's no way that happened, bro.
Across her face, and she was moving frantically, as if she was desperate to crawl into the room through the window. I was terrified. I shut my eyes and turned to reach for the door. But suddenly, the blanket covering me was yanked toward the window. Then I saw her smiling at me. I screamed. My family came running into the room. I clung to my mother and pointed at the window, but everyone told me there was nothing there. My dad and my brother even walked right up to the window to check. They said they didn't see anything.
Oh.
After I calmed down,
bro.
I described exactly what I had seen. They told me I must have hallucinated because I was so sick. But even...
Hey, but that's not crazy to think that, though. Because you are pretty sick, though, and, like, you, like, tend to, like, you know, think stuff over in, like, your head and just, like, see like some shadows on, like, the corner of your eyes and stuff. But, I mean, yeah, that's not crazy to think that, though. But still, that is hella creepy, though.
And if the face I saw was a hallucination, what about the blanket? My entire family saw that the blanket had been pulled and was lying right next to the window. So I still wonder, if what I saw wasn't real, how did the blanket move on its...
Bro, I thought that bitch was under the blanket, bro. Playing some wiggly wiggly under that shit. Nah, bro.
own?
Nah, I gotta give a hand clap to that one, bro. That was genuinely scary, bro. That shit was actually good. Alright, y'all. This last one is called The Thing I Saw in My Neighbor's Window. I got nothing to say about this one, man. You know, hopefully it's not the thing that we're thinking of. But yeah, man, let's just react to this, bro.
My name is Adam, and this is a scary story of mine. This incident happened almost a year ago. For personal reasons, I'll change my friend's name to Monica.
Why?
It
Why
all
can't we know
started
the
when
real
my
name?
dad bought me a full
We need to know
basketball
these
hoop.
informations.
I absolutely loved basketball, so this was a dream of mine.
Okay.
I played with it every single day for about 30 minutes or more. And around that time, summer started, and school was ending, so it was even better for me. I should also mention that,
Cool.
as I said, I have a friend named Monica, and we've been friends since I was born, because she lives just a few meters away from my house. Whenever I played basketball, I could see her house's window where her kitchen or living room was.
Why? And you just stare at it the whole time? He just stares at the fucking room. Like a weirdo, he's just like, yeah. While playing basketball and shit, bro.
I don't know.
And for some reason, sometimes when I shot a shot, I would look over to see if she or her family was watching me play.
Yeah, I fucking do it.
And I know, it's a bit weird. Now, the day of the incident, I messaged her on Messenger what she was up to.
Messenger? Bitch, that's Discord. What you mean, Messenger?
She said that she was getting ready to go to her grandma's house and stay there for a few days.
Okay.
I was kinda sad because I liked to play with her online or sometimes meet in person, but I couldn't do anything about it, so I just said, alright, have fun. About an hour later, I decided to go into the yard and play some basketball.
Okay, this dude's not even playing basketball. He's just dribbling the ball, bro. How about make a shot or some shit, bro? Man, check up, bro.
And then it happened. I got the rebound, and I looked over to her window and froze.
Okay.
There was something that looked like a big, black box in front of the window. And I knew that whatever was there
What is that supposed to
shouldn't be there, because I should be able to see a painting on the wall, and I couldn't. As I was about to start dribbling, I noticed something. The big, black box wasn't a box. It was a torso, and the torso started to move down. And then I saw a face,
Fuck?
which looked absolutely terrifying. Its grin stretched so wide, and its eyes were the biggest I have ever seen, and they were looking straight at me. Since at that time I was really into ghost stuff, I thought I was seeing the devil. I just dropped
That's
the
not
ball
crazy to think
and
that,
ran
though.
back inside. It was me and my 20-year-old sister at home. I tried to tell her what I saw, but she just laughed and told me to stop watching the scary videos on YouTube. And because of that, I was pissed. I grabbed my phone and texted Monica asking if anyone was at her house. And she replied by saying, no, That's where I got super scared. Knowing what I just saw, I told her about it. And she somehow believed me and tried to tell her parents, but she had strict parents, so they didn't believe what she was saying. I was scared, so I just didn't even want to think about it. So I just watched some movies on a TV, which made me a little bit calmer, as my sister also tried to tell me it's all good. A couple months passed, and I started to forget about it. But it wasn't until me and Monica were on Discord talking that I realized she was talking weirdly. I've known her since birth,
What is that
right?
supposed to mean?
So I know her usual speaking tone, but something was off. So I asked her, "Is everything okay? You sound strange." She said, "No, not really." I said, "Why?" Then she told me what happened last night. She said that she woke up very thirsty around 4 a.m. and decided to go get some water downstairs. As she entered the living room, she looked to her left and saw a big black thing. I don't even know how to explain it. It doesn't look like a human or anything. And it was standing near the window. I saw it. And it was just looking out the window, even though the blinds were closed. As she was about to scream, the thing turned around and smiled so widely. Then let out a non-human scream, which let out Monica's scream as she ran to her parents' room, crying and saying that something was downstairs. Her dad grabbed a baseball bat and started going downstairs while her mom calmed her down.
He's better go with John Wick on that
After a few minutes, her dad came back saying there's no one in the house, which made Monica even more scared because she thought it was a demon. And of course, since her parents were strict, they didn't believe her, but she slept with them still.
Bro, what is that supposed to mean that like her parents are strict so they don't believe her? There are like some strict parents, bro. Bro, I got strict parents, bro, and and I'm pretty sure they'll believe that shit if like somebody else heard it, and like if somebody else told them, and if I told them. Cause that shit is like, bro, what? That don't make no sense.
After Monica told me this story, I remembered the same thing that I saw. And me and Monica were both scared to sleep that night. But thankfully, nothing happened. It's been almost a year since that incident, and nothing's happened. Me and Monica are still friends, and we still sometimes bring this incident up in a conversation. But we still can't figure out what that thing was that we both saw at
Why
that
run it
window.
like that? Damn. It really ran like that. Alright, y'all, but that's gonna do it for today's video, bro. But yeah, man, stay safe out there, y'all. And peace.